Hi everyone, today we will be demonstrating the process of roasting vegetables. Roasting your vegetables brings out the natural sugars that are in the vegetables, giving you a better flavor while maintaining many of the valuable nutrients that they contain. Roasting vegetables also allows more space on the stovetop. Having all of your ingredients and supplies out and ready will help save you time while preparing the meal. This is called mise en place, meaning everything in one place. The first recipe we are going to show you today is roasted broccoli. We modified our broccoli recipe for less people, so as you can see, we will have a lot less than 8 cups of broccoli. First, preheat the oven. For a conventional oven, preheat the oven to 400 degrees. For a convection oven, preheat the oven to 375 degrees. While the oven is preheating, cut up the broccoli that is called for in the recipe. When cutting the broccoli, make sure to cut it into bite-sized uniform pieces to ensure even cooking. After the broccoli is cut, add the oil, salt, and pepper into the bowl with the broccoli. After all ingredients are added, mix thoroughly so that the broccoli is coated evenly. Once all of the broccoli is coated evenly, spread out onto a sheet pan. Once the oven is preheated, bake for 20 minutes or until the broccoli is tender.
Bon appetit! The next recipe that we will be demonstrating is the big red roasted beet and barley recipe. This recipe is featured in February when the Montana harvest of the month is beets. You can also use locally grown barley in this recipe. First, let's gather all of our ingredients to ensure that we are efficient with our time.
It may not look like all that much food, but that's because we scaled the recipe down for 6 servings. Next, start boiling the water for the barley. Once the water begins to boil, pour in the barley.
First, start by cutting off the bottom part of the squash and taking out all of the seeds. Then peel off the skin from the rest of the squash. After you've finished peeling the squash, then carefully dice the squash while using proper knife skills to avoid injuries. To make it easier to cut and peel the squash, consider putting it in the microwave for a few minutes and allowing it to cool to make it easier to cut and peel. You don't have to peel the beets if you don't want to. Just scrub them well under cold water, and this will help you save time and be more efficient. As you can see, we use 2 different types of beets. You can also use the golden varieties or Kyoja if you prefer. After the squash and beets are diced, mix the oil, salt, and cinnamon together. Once it's mixed, divide by pouring a third over the squash, a third over the beets, and saving a third to put over the barley. Once you have mixed and coated the squash and beets evenly, pour the squash and beets on separate pans to avoid having the beets turn the squash pink, and roast at 400 degrees for 10 minutes and then 350 degrees for 25 minutes in a conventional oven, and 375 degrees for 10 minutes and 325 degrees for 25 minutes in a convection oven. Done cooking, rinse it and mix in the last 1/3 of sauce. You may want to consider adding a small amount of allspice seasoning to the barley while it's still warm to enhance the flavor of the barley. We will now prepare the meal. Evenly spread the barley across the plate. Once the squash and beets are done cooking, layer them on top of the barley. The recipe states to mix all of the ingredients together, but we chose to layer it for better eye appeal. Next, sprinkle the sunflower seeds over the top of the other ingredients. For the finishing touch, sprinkle some cheese on top. Enjoy! This is a hearty salad which can be served as a standalone side dish or as a vegetarian wrap sandwich option. For more information about the Harvest of the Month or the recipes we used in today's demonstration, you can go to the Montana Harvest of the Month website. Thank you for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration in an attempt to make your job more efficient and provide healthy meals for all. See you next time!